Okay, today guys I'm going to explain how to make a drowning set for beaver. Now a lot of guys use drowning rods. I prefer drowning cable, and this video is specifically going to be on how to construct a drowning cable. Now, we all know how it works. The beaver's going to step into the trap here. He's going to go back into the deep water, and he ain't going to be able to get up. This is going to be fastened down by a drowning weight, and he's going to be trying to go up, and he ain't going to be able to get up. It's a one-way lock. As explained earlier, we're going to make a drowning set, and you only need a few basic components. You need an 1/8 inch cable, approximately, and this is all out of preference, whether you want the cable to be 10 feet, 8 feet, it all depends. It all, like I said, depends on where you're trapping and the depth of the water you're trapping at. I like to go generally 8 to 10 foot of cable. Now you just take your cable and your nut, and this is nuts out of preference, just make sure it'll fit the cable in both ways in a bowl. And run the cable through like so. You want to double back on that. Feed it through. You really gotta be careful because this cable is very sharp when you're constructing this, but feed it through. You take your hammer, just set that down. Okay. Now when you got that tight on there, you go make sure, just pull on that. She's secure. She's not going to go anywhere. That's tight. Okay. Now a lot of mistake that other guys will do, is they'll take and they'll thread their nut on. They'll pound it back into place, and then they'll forget to put the drowning lock on the cable. And it happens. It really does. It happens to a lot of guys. It's embarrassing to admit. I've done it myself. Just make sure your drowning cable goes through. Make sure she slides easily, one way, not the other. Like I said before, these cables are very sharp, they're very dangerous, and they can get you. So what I like to do, and I recommend it for most trappers because this is the part where you get injured the most, just take some electrical tape, and it only takes a few minutes, you know, I mean, and it's better to be safe than to be constantly poking yourself and have the burrs catch on all your traps and everything else. Just take and wrap that tape around there a few good times. Make sure there's no cable frays protruding from the tape. Just cut that off real nice, rip that off, and just check her, make sure she's all good. As you can see there, she's perfect. So now we got that side. Now, like I stated before, make sure that you put the trap on before you fasten the other nut onto the galvanized cable, otherwise you're going to have a lot of issues. You have to cut the cable and restart over from at least that one side. So again, like a recap, just feed it through. Oh, see, she got me again. Feed it through. Double back over. That cable's mean. Alright. Okay. Yeah, make sure you use gloves when you're doing this a lot, because she's a mean cable to work with. She will really mar you up. I got gloves sitting here, I'm just too stupid to use them. So you get that tight on there, and there's really no rule as to how wide you want your circle. Just kind of take into consideration the stake you're using and make sure it's going to fit in there real nice and it's not going to pop over. Now if you use T-stakes like I use, you're not going to have an issue. But if you're using ones with larger nuts on the end, make sure that it doesn't fit over, otherwise the beaver will take that cable right off and then you'll have some issues. Just lay that back down. What you can use is a vice grips if you're really worried. Vice grip that down. Slipping on me all over the place. Vice grip that down. Calling her down. If she slides a little bit, you can kind of snub her if you have to. Pound her down. I recommend using a solid metal table. When you're using concrete, it tends to break. So make sure you only got some stable equipment that you're working with. Again, check that, make sure it's tight. Now we're gonna tape this down too and make sure that you don't get any burrs on you or in your skin or anything else for that matter. You want to make sure that your equipment's safe to work with. Just going on there. Now as you can see, I got some burrs sticking up. And that's not a real big issue, just tape them over real good. Now I know what, a lot of guys are thinking that this tape ain't gonna hold, it gets muddy, it gets dirty, and that's true, that's the case. But, I'd rather just put on new tape every so often than get stuck with the burr. That's no fun, so just rip that off. Fasten that around her tight. She's smooth as a board. So now you got her there. Now just like the other one works. Take your one end. Now this is gonna be anchored down with a weight, whether it's gonna be a feed sack full of rocks or a cinder block or something similar to. Let's go out in the deep water. Now this stake down. When the beaver steps in the trap, he's going to swim down in the deep water, and just like listed before, he's not going to be able to come back up. And that's the basic concept of it. And I know a lot of guys like to use drowning poles, and then they'll swear by them, and that's what works for them, and that's fine. But I preferably like to use these drowning cables. They're you can roll them up. When you're done with them, you just roll them all up, and you don't have to worry about it after that. They're not in the way. You don't have to make room for them. They work a lot better in most situations, I think. But I mean, again, it's all out of preference. But I hope this video really helped you guys out. Hope that it really, showed you a good detail as to how to construct one of these drowning cables, and hopefully I start seeing them on your guys' trap line. So, take care, guys, and bring in the fur.